Hi there, welcome to Storytime with Miss Andrea, reading on behalf of the Loveland Public Library. As always, before we read stories, we have to get our wiggles out. Can you stand up for me, please? I wiggle my fingers. I wiggle my toes. I wiggle my ears. And I wiggle my nose. I wiggle my shoulders. I wiggle my chin. I stretch my arms wide and I pull them back in. I wiggle my elbows. I wiggle my knees. I hop like a bunny. And I smile and say, cheese. Now I have no more wiggles left in me, and I'll sit on the floor as still as can be. Today we're going to read a book by Maureen Wright, and it's illustrated by Will Hildebrand, and it's called Sleep, Big Bear, Sleep. Because what season is it right now? Yeah, it's winter, exactly. And what do bears do during the winter? They hibernate, they go to sleep, you're right. So, Old Man Winter, from a storm cloud, spied his old friend Bear in the countryside. He leaned to the earth and softly sighed, sleep, Big Bear, sleep. But Big Bear didn't hear quite well. He couldn't sleep in his den in the dell. He thought he heard as twilight fell. Drive a Jeep, Big Bear, drive a Jeep. Is that what Old Man Winter told Bear to do? So Big Bear yawned as he drove around in a Jeep on a road just south of town. Andrea's yawning too. But after a while, he stopped in a park. An old man whispered as it grew dark, sleep, Big Bear, sleep. But Big Bear didn't hear very well. He couldn't sleep in his den in the dell. He thought he heard as dry leaves fell. Sweep, Big Bear, sweep. So Big Bear went to a house down the street, and swept each room so nice and neat. I wish Big Bear would come to my house. But after a while, he yawned again. And Old Man Winter warned his friend, sleep, Big Bear, sleep. But Big Bear didn't hear very well. He couldn't sleep in his den in the dell. He thought he heard as shadows fell, leap, Big Bear, leap. So Big Bear found a frog he knew and played leapfrog while the cold wind blew, till all at once he fell to the ground. The wind through the trees was the only sound. And Old Man Winter said with a frown, sleep, Big Bear, sleep. But Big Bear didn't hear very well. He couldn't sleep in his den in the dell. He thought he heard as darkness fell, dive deep, Big Bear, dive deep. So he dove in deep and swam to the shore. He'd never been so tired before. His head dropped down and he let out a snore. And Old Man Winter said once more, sleep, Big Bear, sleep. But Big Bear didn't hear very well. He couldn't sleep in his den in the dell. He thought he heard as snowflakes fell. Climb a mountain steep, Big Bear, steep. So Big Bear trudged to the mountaintop where the cold wind blew and the temperature dropped. He sat on a stump on the highest spot and wished for a blanket and a fold-up cot. Then he stumbled back down with his eyes half shut, so tired he didn't know which end was up. An old man yelled while shaking his head, "Uh-oh." "Hey there, Bear, did you hear what I said? It's winter time, now go to bed." Big Bear's eyes were droopy and red. "You could have told me before," he said. He lumbered nearby to his cozy den, rubbed his eyes, and yawned again. He put on his PJs and blew out the light, and fluffing his pillow, he said, "Good night." The end. So where is Bear? Where is Bear? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, friend? Very tired. Thank you. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Wake up, bears! Let's try that again. Where is Bear? Where is Bear? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, friend? Very tired, thank you. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Let's let Bear stay sleeping this time. Can you get your clapping hands out and help me say goodbye? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as high as we can. Goodbye! Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as low as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as fast as we can. Come on. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as slow as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quiet as we can. Goodbye. For those who might want it. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as loud as we can. Goodbye. Thank you so much for coming to Storytime today, and I hope you have a wonderful week.